that idea of always keeping ahead of what's coming, how crucial is that as a piece of advice to your peers and to the guests here in the room today, just to be thinking ahead, thinking how best to just stay ahead of that oncoming wave, whatever it might be. And we all know in farming there's a wave coming sometime in your farming life, if not every other day.
Yep. And those waves are the normal backdrop of our lives anyway. And they always have been. There's not one generation of farmers that hasn't faced some significant challenges compared to the previous one. And I cover enough generations now to have experienced a few ups and downs. So it's relatively normal, although that doesn't make each wave particularly easier. So the environmental aspect for us is just one aspect. I'm a grass farmer right at the heart. That's what I eat and sleep every day is how do we actually enhance that better? And one of the synergies with Halter has been that we've taken out probably at least 40% of all our fences, only because those fences were in the way of us optimising our allocation or working around our rolling to steep contour to put pressure where we needed to transfer nutrients from camping areas to low fertility areas to nail those steeper sidelings before the grass goes to seed. And all of those sorts of things has seen us looking ahead always in terms, even from a seasonal point of view, that prior to summer, we absolutely need to nail those seed heads. In terms of season to season, we know that our demands on labour, which all of us throughout the country are, I'm talking about the working kind, not the political kind, that we need to be able to get ahead of that game. And so we've been employing primarily career changes and putting a huge amount of investment into them, not necessarily financially, but time and effort to make sure they are the ones who will be running my farm in the future. So one of the things we've done is groom very carefully for what 10 years' time looks like from now, the type of people who are thinking the right way. And the cool thing is that of the 4 that I've got, those that 2 of them are career changes and only 1 year in, neither of them particularly tech orientated in the slightest. They are actually better at using tools like this because they don't want to piss around with playing with toys. They just want to create an outcome. How do I optimize my animal movements, my own time, my grazing management, these really cool non-linear crop designs as to where we crop and then how we harvest them, all of those sorts of things, and coming up with some more creative thinking along those lines. And so for them, like any education, it's a matter of build it and they will come. So rather than them learning being filling a bucket, it's like lighting a fire. You find the right thing, plugs into them, put a lot of effort into making sure their pathway ahead is really clear, either with us or someone else. Because this generation, they think so differently in terms of wanting some real tangible benefits right now. They want a seat at the board table pretty much right now, which is okay because we give them a potted version of that. But at the same time, they will follow through faithfully if they believe, if the values of where they're going are aligned with what theirs are. It's extraordinary how far they will go. And that's been a huge part for us. And the technology's just meant that we've been able to cut out 5 years of nitty-gritty farm. No, you have to keep moving these electric fences for 5 years before I'll start telling you how to look at residuals properly and do these other things, which we can't afford to do because they just don't exist out there, experienced people. When I get asked, am I going to feel bad about all the people that are going to have to be fired off farms because of the technologies? We don't even have the people. We don't even if every farm in New Zealand had Halter, we would still be really short of, the limiting factor is not the mechanical operational side. It's actually people to be able to think and work at that next level up and to give them the right tools and the right oversight as we're able to do. We can then enable them, create the outcome, but do it safely given that they don't have the 5 or 10 years under their belt. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. It certainly keeps you thinking as to how you adapt around it though.